everybody, it's Romania Black, and this feels weird. It feels weird. This is the last week of Odd Taxi, as far as we know it, which, what a rare feat for Romania to actually finish a show. As far as we know, I know there's some kind of live action thing going on, but I'm not going to react to that on the channel, because I usually don't react to live action things, but this is weird. Usually I'm waiting to get updated with a manga or waiting for a sequel season, or I'm doing manga reactions in the meantime. But no, this is the end of Odd Taxi, and cool. I've really enjoyed this series. Honestly, I've waited 4 years to watch it. It's been recommended on the channel ever since 2021. So thank you all for supporting me watching this series, and for being not only so kind as to not spoil me, because that's really awesome, but also for leaving cool comments and talking about the show. And I've got some comments I want to talk about with you all, but I want to say a shout out to all of you, a shout out to Cough Me for being the moderator and for being so kind to volunteer their time to check the comments and be like, yeah, everything's good to go and all of that. And it didn't sound like y'all gave Cough Me a lot of problems, so that was good. I don't think there was like, but maybe 1 week where Cough Me was like, oh, don't read that comment. But every other week was like, no, we're all good. What can we do? So this is definitely a series I want to purchase the physical media for. I'm usually hesitant on purchasing physical media unless I really like the show, because there's only so much space one has. But for this show, I'm going to need the physical media. I'm going to need it because it's such a good show. But I also want to give a shout out to those on Patreon who have supported me and have been so kind. Before we dive into the comments, I don't usually do it this way, but it's the end of the series. So I want to give a shout out over to our philanthropy tier over on Patreon. Thank you all so much for supporting me. If you want to see things a week before everybody else on YouTube, then you can go check out my Patreon. If you want to vote in the polls and determine what I watch next, you can do that too. Although this was during Romania's choice spots, so it's kind of funny to say that, but 9 out of 10 spots are usually chosen by Patreon. This is just the one spot that Romania gets to choose. But I want to give a shout out to Alex Cornejo, to Be Happy, to Bisa, as well as Damage3245, Dana, Devorin, Daniel, Dawood, Knight, Destiny Marie, Ichu, Eric Fisho, Ghostly Turnip, El Freya, Liam Posel, Linden, Murphew, Mochi Kun, Willie Morris, Translucent Men, Sunspots, and Shimoyama. Thank you all so much in the philanthropy tier as well as on Patreon for supporting me. If you're on YouTube and you can't support me on Patreon, that's okay. Just like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want. But otherwise, thank you all so much. All of my love. Y'all know that. Anyway, so I want to get into some comments before we dive into this audio drama. We've got audio drama episodes to listen to, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of something with the movie, so we're going to explain that here in a hot second. But as far as the comments go, I Swallow Apple Seeds has been leaving a lot of awesome comments about the production side of things. They typically do that in their comments on my channel. And for episodes 9, 10, and 11, they were catching up and leaving a bunch of cool comments. So they said in episode 9, I think it's a neat coincidence that you're watching a Studio OLM mystery anime immediately after finishing another OLM mystery anime, which was The Apothecary Diaries. Kabasawa's Twitter account and posts are actually real. This episode is pretty much where the Twitter account's footprint ends, which was in November of 2020, and it's still up, strangely enough. I kind of love that. I love the idea that this Twitter account made for this anime still exists. It's like a cool time capsule, and it's just kind of a cool gimmick. I like it. But for episode 10, they said in regards to yaoi shipping within Odd Taxi, which is the phrase yaoi shipping within Odd Taxi is so amazing. I'm just like, oh, what? Shipping an Odd Taxi? Other than like, I really haven't, as much as I ship on my channel with other series, this is like one of the weird occasions where I was like, oh, Shirakawa and Otakawa. Yeah. And then maybe Yamamoto and himself, But they said one of the most popular ships was Yano and Sekaguchi. I was like, the polar bear and Yano? Which after episode 12, I kind of see it. I see it. I think the pairing pretty much makes up 60% of Odd Taxi's yaoi. Well, there's not a lot of yaoi going on in Odd Taxi that could be, so okay. It's surprising, but a dedicated deadpan underling and quirky rapper boss, that's a pretty good sell for ship. I'll quote that. That's valid. Despite that, though, a large chunk of BL Odd Taxi Doujin manga is centered around Yamamoto, surprisingly enough. Now see, I swallow apple seeds. I am not surprised by that because Yamamoto has that slightly pathetic, you could fix him vibe that I feel that a lot of yaoi doujin would be all about. So yeah, I'm surprised there's not Yamamoto and Otakawa fanfics after that crazy scene where Shirakawa comes in. But look, ships are valid. I'm not going to complain about what boat you decide to board. Even if it's not a boat that I would board myself. And then episode 11, they say Konomoto is a screenwriter for Odd Taxi and wrote every single episode. But before Odd Taxi, he had zero experience writing an anime and was a manga artist instead. Which, you know what? Even if they were just drawing for a manga, you still have to draw out scenes and understand the narrative to get, because I was for a hot second going to be an art major, so I took a lot of art classes in community college, and you do have to know layout, and even if you're just drawing, to get the drawing well, there has to be a story behind it, and so you have to kind of understand narrative to be an artist. It doesn't seem like it would be that way, but it is, so I'm not surprised by that. The same goes for the director himself, Baku Kinoshita. Kinoshita storyboarded every single episode and designed all of the characters for Odd Taxi. But before Odd Taxi, he had zero experience working in anime, which is why he had an assistant director, Nori Onita, who had more experience to lessen the burden. That's still pretty insane. To come up with an entire story like this from scratch is pretty impressive. Odd Taxi was first pitched in 2017, and there's very little known art of it in its early stages apart from a conceptual poster. And while it's more or less the same, the old style had much more of a Ralph Bakshi-esque feel to it. I need to find this conceptual poster of Odd Taxi with the Ralph Bakshi-esque feel to it. We might be doing that after the audio drama before we start the movie recap scenes. I might have to do a little scouring and see if I can find this because I like Ralph Bakshi a lot. I'm fascinated by him. He draws some pretty subversive, countercultural. There's stuff Ralph Bakshi does that I don't like, but there's stuff he does that I respect. And I'm like, I get what you're trying to do. I may not agree with all of it, but I get what the idea is, and I respect that you're doing it. And so that's kind of the thing about Ralph Bakshi. I'm really fascinated by his artwork. Some of it is the most gorgeous artwork you've seen, and some of it you're like, what the hell is this? And the range, y'all, the range. I think one of my, like, a movie that's so bad, but I'm really fascinated by and have been since I was a little kid is Cool World. Cool World is so, it tries to be, it's like if Who Framed Roger Rabbit actually took a dive into the dip and couldn't find its way out. It's so, I would do a double feature of Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Cool World any day and talk about it like crazy. Maybe one day I'll do that. I love that so much. So I'm going to try to find that before we talk about the movie. But anyway, thank you, I Swallow Apple Seeds, for that comment. And so then we have Cough Me, who was our moderator. For episode 11, they said a subtle joke that most people miss, and I did until recently, is Yano's line about him being, quote, a man who wears Don Quixote suits. Don Quixote is a discount store franchise in Japan. So he's rapping about wearing cheap discount store suits. Whether intentionally or out of necessity, who knows? I kind of like that. That fits Yano's character because the whole time he's been in this show, I was like, why is he wearing a suit? He's like supposed to be getting money. Like if he has a suit, he has money, but it's a discount store suit. And I think it could go either one. It could be a dual purpose. Two things can be true at once. He's wearing the suit to seem intimidating, but he's also it's a discount suit because that's what he could afford. So interesting. Jav Gamer for episode 12 says, on the charity organization being run by a Yakuza boss, while I haven't done too much research into this, it is true that the Yakuza will at times make donations and fund charities to help with things like relief efforts after natural disasters and other things. So the idea of a charity for orphans caused by traffic accidents being run by the Yakuza isn't very far-fetched. The question of if they do this out of actual morality or to try and build goodwill among the people to be excused for all the awful crimes that they commit later on, can be argued. Again, two things can be true at once. So thank you for pointing that out. And then Sizzy Napka, which I probably said that wrong, but for episode 12, they said, a shout out to Dobu for being the smoothest liar in history in episode 12. I feel like in most series, whenever a character lies, the audience is either given enough information to know what they are lying about, or at the very least, there are some context clues to show that someone is behaving in a suspicious way. Meanwhile, Dobu just states everything as if it's an obvious fact and sandwiches a lie in a bunch of truths. It happened in an earlier episode where he said he didn't have anything to do with Shirakawa getting close to Otakawa, and yet he would have fooled me again with denying the Zuden account if Tanaka wasn't so persistent. Yeah, you feel for Dobu, but then he's such a liar and slimy. So anyway, thank you all so much for the comments. As I'm recording this, episode 13 has not come out on Patreon yet. It's getting ready to, but I couldn't wait anymore. I needed to. I was going to wait till after episode 13 had came out on Patreon, but I was like, no, I'll run out of time. I don't know how long this is going to take. I have a lot of time this evening, so now's the time to look at the audio drama. So that's where I'm at. So, and my lady garments keep falling down, y'all. But thank you so much for the comments. I'm excited to read your comments for this video as well as episode 13. So what I have planned is that we are going to look at the audio drama, right? We're going to look at the audio drama, and I'm going to pull it up here so that you all can see what the page looks like and find it for yourselves, even though I'll try to link it down below if I can remember here in 3, 2, 1. So this page is by Generic Nostalgia. They have 13 videos of the 13 audio dramas with English subtitles. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. I don't know why they say 1.3, 2.5, 4.6. I'm assuming this was in between episode 1, 2. There's not one for episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's not one for episode 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So episode 9 and episode 3 don't have an audio drama, but the others do. Maybe. So yeah, interestingly enough, or maybe this was meant to be watched with episode 3. I don't know. But please go and support their channel. I'm going to link this down below because people like this that have actually did a fan sub of the audio drama, y'all are the heroes of the internet. Translating is an art form. It is a lot of work. This person put in so much time, I'm sure, to translate these, which is so much effort and work. And I wouldn't be able to make this video without them. So I'm going to link them down below. Go give them a shout out. They definitely deserve it because they've did a lot of work on this. So, but we're going to look at the audio drama because of possible copyright with the sound, and plus it's an audio drama, so you're just going to be able to read the words anyway. I'm going to be using headphones on the audio drama parts, and then when we actually get to the movie is a recap. So I'm going to actually record myself watching parts of the recap movie, until we get to the new parts, and then I'm going to be compiling together my reaction of the new parts. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes. I don't want to sit through an entire 2-hour movie, but I know there are new parts throughout it. So I don't want to sit through a 2-hour recap movie. Let me make that clear. Since we've been watching it week to week, it's all in my mind. But I do want to talk about the new parts of the movie. So those will be compiled together in a link down below. And then we'll come back at the end and talk about the whole thing together. So it wouldn't be a Romania Black video unless it was a little complicated. But you all are smart. You figured it out. You guys know how this works. So anyway, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see. I can't believe all this was recorded like 4 years ago. Insanity. But we're going to see what all we get, shall we? And so let me get this all set up and ready. Oh, too loud. Too loud. There we go. All right. All right. And we're going to get this party started. These all vary in length. Some are like, they're usually between 3.5 to 6 minutes long. And the final one's 10 minutes long. So we got a good little chunk to get through here. And we're just going to talk through them. So we're going to start this here and just go through the playlist. If there are commercials, I will edit them out because it's YouTube. But we're going to do this again here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Ooh. Oh! Oh, this is the giraffe. And the little pin is the audio drama recordings. Oh, so every time we saw the pin in an episode, it was basically recording for the audio dramas. Okay. That all makes sense now. That all makes sense now. Okay. Okay. Did he plant the bug? That's a good question. Did he actually plant it? Okay, so this first one is in Gariki's office. The lucky ballpoint pen. Interesting. Oh, talking about living by himself. Yeah, oh my gosh. Living alone, or if you've ever lived alone and then you get sick, it sucks. Stockpile of medicine. Oh, frozen udon. Smart. Smart. I tell you, they're incredible. Uh-huh. Exactly. Oh. Bamboo draining baskets. Like a strainer. Uh-huh. Man, yes. I know what that feels like. A 2-for-1 deal. Oh. Oh, is Goriki married? What? Uh, oh. Oh. Is he not married? Ah, you rich ass doctor! Yeah. Oh my gosh. Also, no offense, but it is a sign of wealth when you have a housekeeper. I'm just saying, I have coworkers that are like, oh, I have a housekeeper. And I'm like, how do you afford that? And so I was like, oh, that must be nice. I'd be like, I scrub my toilets myself. Yeah, I need to do that more often. Yeah, frozen meals are amazing. You really give off the impression you're a bachelor. Hey, you know what? I bet Shirakawa would, as a single woman, would appreciate the frozen meals as well. Oh. Oh. I mean, the pin. Yeah. A lucky ballpoint pen. I thought it was something to do with Mystery Kiss. Oh, so is this how he's going to give it to him? Okay, yep. From Yamamoto? From the Mystery Kiss manager? That's crazy. That's crazy. Take it to the grave, episode 2. So, did Goriki know Yamamoto then? Because that's what it sounds like. Hmm. Oh. I like that he has his own radio program, like airing all this wiretap data. Oh. Oh, wow. The fact that one of these girls is a murderer is insane. Those all sound too passive aggressive to be her. I don't think she'd be that like sincere. I think she'd just come in and be like, "You guys suck." Maybe I'm wrong though. Oh. Oh. Which is not what they thought she was going to do at all. They thought she was going to criticize them. Huh. Like a team building exercise. Uh-huh. Right. Uh, okay, there's that attitude. Oh, and she's dating Baba, so she knows about the comedian side of it. Oh, wow, that's a cool, like, we don't know she's dating him at this point. That's interesting. Oh, sharing secrets! Oh, you mean like how I killed your former band member? Oh my god. Oh shit. To the grave. To the grave. Wouldn't y'all know how to distinguish each other's handwriting, though, to know whose secret was whose? Oh my god, she could write, like, if it's two truths and a lie, she could be like, yeah, hardcore, hardcore. If you did two truths and a lie, she could be like, oh, I've been to the Tokyo Tower, and oh, I smashed my finger in a door when I was 5, and I murdered someone. Oh my god. That's insane. This is crazy. I love this. Yeah, poker face. I badmouth the group member on the internet. I have a sugar daddy. Oh. Oh. We're going to go back and talk about episode 2 for sure, and these. Oh my god. Well, the dumping dead body and the killing one. Oh my god. Yeah, no joke. Oh my god. We're going back to this. We're going back to this episode. Whiteboard Coon's gonna have to come back out. That's gonna have to happen. Holy cow. And Yamamoto. I wonder if Goriki mentioned that Yamamoto gave him the pin, and when Otakawa had Yamamoto in the taxi, he gave it back to him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Crazy. Crazy already. Uh. Huh. Oh, Otakawa's humming. Ooh. I wonder if people watch the audio drama for, because it was episode like 2 to 3. So, like, early on, here's the thing. Some of y'all wanted me to watch the audio dramas. Some of y'all wanted me to watch the audio dramas with the episodes as they were coming out. If I had watched that audio drama episode back in episode 2 and 3, I would have figured out about Rui and the other black cat so early. So yeah, no. Would not have done that because then that would have spoiled everything. But that's crazy. If people figured it out by listening to that audio drama episode, I would not have blamed you because that pretty much spelled it out. Like, you could have deduced what was going on. Also, you would have known she was dating Baba. So, yeah. Oh, a date spot in Tokyo. Lovely Moon. Yeah, the Ubers. Ew, who would put chocolate on fried chicken? Gross. Uh, huh. Asset management. Hmm. It keeps cutting out. That's interesting. Huh. Aw. Aw. I love that. That's sweet. And this ties to like the last episode where he talks about like why he loves to drive and be in cars to see things. Biliardo. Oh, they can be. Uh, uh. Who is that possum? For all y'all metric folk, I like they give them the miles per hour. Huh. Huh. Tokyo Tower. Hmm. Oh. Huh. Really wants to get to Tokyo Tower. Huh. Jogging Granny. Huh. It's weird he doesn't have the Homo sapiens on to listen to. Thinking of Shirakawa. Okay. None of your business. None your business. Ha! I just like how a very simple Otakawa's night was. Oh. Ah. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Oh, it's him. And he's leaving the pin, yeah. Huh. Oh. Drafts aren't that rare. Oh. Oh, he's talking about the Homo sapiens. Yes. A French stag beetle. Oh. So how old is Baba? He has to be at least in his mid 20s. If they debuted 10 years ago, he'd have to at least be like mid 20s. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Okay. Yes, it was French stag beetle. Oh. Oh. Mm. That makes it, if they've been around for 10 years, they look shabby. Huh. Hmm. Ah. He's got no charm. Oh, did he influence him? Oh. Hmm. I feel like Baba being in his mid 20s and Rui being like, I guess she's 18, so it's not too bad, but puts a little bit on there. Maybe Baba was younger than 16 when they started, though, but hmm. Oh. He wants to capture that on film. Okay. What a bother. Oh, Rui and Baba. Yes. Okay. Ooh. Hmm. Oh, I'm so excited. I want to see something like this. Yes. Oh my God, 4 a.m. Oof. Oof. 12 hours? That's a lot. I usually get like 6 to 7. Hmm. Osaka. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Of course. So you can. Hmm. Uh, curry milk ramen. Oh, Detective Dreadlocks. Ooh. Oh. Well, yes. Dropping a dead body. Oh. Damn. I wanted her to do the Bob and Neon line. I wanted her to do it back. I thought that we were going to get naughty for a second, and then no, it's absolutely adorable and precious. Ah. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Huh. Justice Part 2. Where was Part 1? No, they're not your average police officers. Man, us getting baited by Baba and Rui having cutesy time. Interesting. We'll talk about that when we get done. Oh, okay. So this is around Halloween. Okay. All the Power Rangers merch. Were you the red and the green ranger? Oh, wow. Hmm. I'm angry on behalf of the kids. Hmm. I think it's interesting that Big Diamond and Little Diamond were like the bad guy and good guy when they were kids. So that carries into this. Oh. Uh. Ooh. So Big Diamond saying things and then contradicting it? What are the odds? A fan of Don Raku. Oh. So I wonder if that has any. I wonder if Dobu or anything. If that has anything to do with him working with Dobu. The fact that he likes Don Raku and Dobu's boss is connected to him. Hmm. 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 Oh. I love their police officers. They choose to dress up as SWAT team members. The only SWAT I like is SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. I also like Lil Diamond getting onto him for like littering. Well, yeah. Oh my god. Is it? Oh. The bathroom. And then that's how I got it from Baba. I like this pin's just been playing telephone the entire time. Literally. I don't recall seeing the brothers with it, but I probably talked about it in the episode. That probably came out and happened. Because I was trying to keep track of it. An old coot's ravings. Ooh. Oh! 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 Did the murderer plant the pin? Did she plant the pin? Are we going to get that in episode 13? Maybe? Because it looks like, if it was from Yamamoto, it looks like a mystery kiss pin. Oh, interesting. Is this Don Raku? Oh. Huh. I bet it... Is it Don Raku? Oh. 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 Interesting. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is Don Raku. So are they at the restaurant then that they always eat at, Otakawa and them? Somebody told me the other day they ate squirrel hearts, and I was like, ugh. And they were like, they weren't bad. And I was like, ugh. Can't imagine. Y'all drink up. Yes, they are there. Oh. Uh, and a falling snowflake have in common. Womp, womp, womp. Okay. Okay. Okay, he was going to be the judge, but then is this going to be around the time where they find the body? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, because we don't get an audio drama for episode 9, so it's going to be... Hmm. Uh-huh. Are they supposed to be funny? Ooh. Uh-huh. Damn! I feel like if I would have watched the audio drama, even though if it would have gave the Homo sapiens the dark horse. Yeah. Mm. Hmm. I feel like though I feel like if I'd watched the audio dramas with the episodes themselves, it would have gave away so much and then the mystery would have been kind of lost because like the fact that we find out that she's his daughter so early. He doesn't care if they're with the Yakuza. Well, of course he wouldn't because his classmate's a Yakuza. Funny that. Funny that. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Hmm. To amateurs. Hmm. Huh. Damn. Huh. And this guy's like talking all kinds of shit behind his back. I simply adore gossip as a barfly. Damn, girl, get it. Huh. Huh. But who's eating? Who's with Don Raku then? Huh. Oh. Uh. Huh. Hmm. The manager's melancholy. So man, apparently she's like, I'll go on a date with him, and maybe he's not with someone, and maybe the daughter laments that because he's, they say he's a skirt chaser. Hmm. Okay, so this is Yamamoto because it's the manager's melancholy. Okay. Hmm. I wonder who's with Don Raku for that. Maybe they're not important. This is Rui, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, no kidding. Just a bit. Hmm. Hmm. Uh huh. But that was fun. Ha! He's like, what games are you playing? Huh. I want to talk about episode 6, and I want to talk about episode 2. Oh. Competitive. Huh. Ha! Hmm. Oh, dang. Oh, is that it? Uh! Huh! Oh. Damn, Yamamoto. Ha. Oh. Starbucks! Ha! Damn. Oh my gosh. Ha! Barista. Oh my god. Ooh, okay. Obviously. Hmm. A fail! Oh. Oh. I gave it to Yano, but it came back. Well, I wanted Yano to have it and us to hear Yano's conversation. The cat is out of the bag. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. Ooh. Uh. Huh. 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 Uh-huh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. We'll just write down the lie. Oh. Oh man, we're going back to this. Oh. 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 Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Well, you're not wrong, but. Oh, that's devious. Oh, and the mom. That's devious. The body. Yeah. Oh. Oh, bitch. Oh, Draft Man, you are in danger, boy. You in danger, boy. You in danger, boy. Oh. Ooh. The hubbub at Shibuya Station South exit. Ooh. Ho ho ho. Well, also, you don't want to get killed. The jig is up. Oh my gosh. Play the hubbub. Play the hubbub. Some music. Uh, I want to hear what the hubbub is, like for the clues. Okay. I guess we're just gonna get the song. You know, for being like a cutesy idol group, I kind of like the background, the hey, hey, and the rock sound to it. I kind of like that. I'm honestly terrified for how this is going to end because we have a 10-minute episode next week or in the next video. I'm a little bit terrified of that. I mean, it's a cutesy song. I'm not really into like the hyper girly, like bubblegum pop. I'm not really into that, but I like the rock beat behind it. I just imagine it my jamming out to this. Reserved for the day. Oh. 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 Is that AG? Uh, uh. No, that's Shibagaki. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, there's Goriki. Oh. Ah! I'm gonna press in your forehead. And unemployed. Huh. Uh. Oh. Oh, wait. Who is this supposed to be? Oh, is that Omai? Oh, it is Omai, I guess. Okay, so it is Omai. Uh. Oh, wait. Oh, the Diamond Brothers are there. There's so many people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yes, Shirakawa. Uh. Hmm. Okay, yes. So AG is there too. Okay. Okay, so they're all there to celebrate. There's so many people here in this. Oh. Ha! Uh. Oh, Onikawa. I want to look at the comments for this one after this is over. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, it all makes sense that the giraffe would tie this all back with the Homo sapiens to end the series because they're his like favorite group. I mean, that all makes sense. Huh. Aw. Oh. Speech, speech, speech. Oh my god. Uh-huh. Okay, so in the description, apparently there was an audio drama for episode 9, but it is hidden, so we can't watch it. So I might have to look for that one. Hmm. Aww. Oh. Aww. Yay! It's now that that's being said, I'm seeing in their playlist there are 2 unavailable videos, so I might have to look up episode 3 and episode, yeah, and episode 9. Okay, so yeah, he was there. Okay. Okay. Ah, it was due because they were there. Okay, back to its owner. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ha. Oh. Oh, bitch! Oh my gosh! What? What? That was terrifying! That was terrifying! Oh my god! Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try to find the information about the audio drama for episodes 3 and 9 because I think they do exist, and then we're going to come back real quick and talk about a couple of those audio drama episodes before we talk about the movie. Oh my god. For the record, that last audio drama was chilling. So our giraffe student, he's the one in danger. So at the very end of episode 13, where we were like, okay, Mitsia is going off to finish the job and tie up loose ends, that now is suggesting that she was going off to go kill the giraffe boy. Oh my god. Maybe the movie will dive into that. Who knows? But, so a couple things. I have wrote down here all the two truths and a lie game, and we're going to try to figure out whose lie was left and the truths that were left. Honestly, though, the audio dramas are so good, but if I had watched those with the episodes, because some people had suggested I do that, I would have figured out the killer and everything so easily, because they were, like, if you looked at the audio dramas, it all came together. Like, they gave you so many clues. So it's fun to watch it now after the fact and be like, oh, that's so good. Yes, there was an audio drama for episode 9 and episode 3, which we're going to talk about. There is a timeline online for all the audio dramas, which is fun. I don't see, it looks like, oh, there is. So there is an episode for episode 3, but I don't think it's translated. So somehow the translations, we're going to just look at them on here. So basically the way that the pin went was that it started out with Tycho, the kangaroo, at the tavern in episode 1, and off screen, Tycho gave it to Goriki. So I was totally wrong. It should have been a clue when Tycho was like, oh, those pins are for gossiping, and she likes gossip. So... but also, did Tycho get attacked by Mitsuya? I hope she's okay. What the fudge? So, Tycho gave it to Goriki. Goriki, in the first audio drama episode, gave it to Otakawa. In the second episode, it's in the taxi while Otakawa's with the Homo sapiens driving around. Then, we don't see it again until episode 5, Otakawa gives it to Yamamoto. But off screen, Yamamoto had gave it to Ichimura, and in audio drama 2.5, Ichimura had gave it to Nikaido. And so Nikaido had gave it to Baba, who gave it to Shibagaki. So that's where that went to. So episode 2, the audio drama for episode 2, oh my gosh. The idea that she wanted to play the 2 truths and a lie to try to get close, but also to find a way to, like, be able to tell someone that she did what she did and get that guilt off her chest. And then Mitsuya, who's a freaking psychopath, admits murder in front of them and uses it as an outlet to do it herself. Oh my God. So, okay. So we had these things. We have, I had plastic surgery. I badmouthed a group on the internet. I have a sugar daddy. I am doing couch casting. I didn't know what couch casting was. I looked it up. It's exchanging sexual favors for getting roles is couch casting. And I was like, oh, I killed somebody. I'm married. I'm dating a comedian. Incense sticks. And I dumped a dead body. So in this, we know that the ones that are Shios are the I have a sugar daddy, because that's referring to Eiji. And then her lie is the incense sticks. Rui's is I dumped a dead body, which is her truth. And also I'm dating a comedian, so we have to figure out which one's Rui's lie. And then we know that Mitsuya, her lie was I'm married, and her truth is that she killed someone. So one of these others is true. So we know the lies for Shio and Mitsuya. We have to figure out what was the lie for Rui and what were the other truths for the other two. So your options are the sexual favors, the plastic surgery, or the I badmouth somebody on the internet. So one of them has to be a lie for Rui. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Shio had plastic surgery. The only thing is, how would Shio have paid for it, because she comes from a less than wealthy family. But I could see if Shio had plastic surgery because she wanted to, she came from kind of a downtrodden family. Not to say that people from downtrodden families aren't genetically pretty. I don't know. Either she badmouthed a group on the internet or she did plastic surgery. I couldn't see with the sugar daddy thing being real, her joking about the couch casting. I wouldn't see that. I could see Rui, though. Rui would probably not have plastic surgery because she's too proud. She's too proud of her own looks. So that's not Rui's. And I think Rui's lie is the couch casting. I think that that's Rui's lie, because I don't think Rui would exchange sexual favors because, again, girl's too proud. But also she's too confident in her own talent, so I don't think she would have done that. I don't think that Mitsuya would have had sexual favors for something either. So I think that the couch casting is Rui's lie. So then it's a question of, what is the truth? Do we think that Shio had plastic surgery, or do we think that Mitsuya had plastic surgery? Here's the thing. You might argue that Mitsuya could have had plastic surgery to look like the other cat, right? To look like Donraku's daughter. But here's the thing. She auditioned at the same time as the group, so why would she need plastic surgery to look like somebody that she didn't even know was going to get accepted in the tryouts? And she even said that she only got interested back in again because she heard that they got famous, and that's what led her to kill the daughter of Donraku. So I think that this one is Shio. I think Shio had plastic surgery. And I think that Mitsuya badmouthed a group on the internet, because I think Mitsuya doing it on the internet, we just saw in the last episode that girl was not afraid to freaking badmouth in front of whoever had been using the wiretap. So I would not be surprised if she was responsible for this. So yeah, interesting. So then Shibagaki in audio drama 3 gave the pin to Imai. And so the third audio drama is called Lunchtime Gourmet on Location. And it's Nagashima that starts out and says, I have a treat for you this week. I got a private recording of the Homo sapiens. And so we see Shibagaki talking about working at the cabaret. And then Baba's on the TV with his What Are You Eating for Lunch segment. And Shibagaki and them are talking about it and going back and forth. Okay. And Shibagaki is not having the Baba lunchtime special. He's not having it. He's like, you can tell he's kind of jealous and doesn't like the comedy of it. So then he's, Shibagaki and Baba are going back and forth about it. And he says it doesn't matter if someone came before or after us. I don't welcome the success of those in the same industry. I don't show support for them on Twitter. Be resentful. Feel so resentful you take your anger out on household items or scream in the shower. Don't fawn over them. Treat everyone from the bigwigs to the small fry as your enemies. Aside from common courtesies, disregard your colleagues. Don't praise them even if you did think they were funny. Keep your compliments superficial and renounce them from the bottom of your heart. Believe yourself to be superior. Become so self-involved you snatch all the fans away from other comedians. Whack your girlfriend or your mates if they praise comedians except you. Oh my gosh. And Baba, meanwhile, is saying you need to look at the bigger picture. I'm working my ass off over here. And Shibagaki's like, I refuse. So this audio drama really does give early on the impression of what kind of drives the two of them apart, but also like their chemistry together as partners. And so he's like, Shibagaki says it pissed me off if a comedian I gave a crap to became successful. And so he's like, and I guess they're talking about the giraffe guy. He's just a harmless idol fanboy. Interesting. So episode 6, Amaya leaves the pin in the taxi for Otakawa. And then we have audio drama 4. And then audio drama 5, where Nagashima requests Otakawa take the pin to the office. Off screen, we have Baba getting the pin. In episode 6, Baba hands the pin off to the station of lost property. The Diamond Brothers get it for episode 7. And then Kenshiro throws it away and the producer finds the pin. The producer gives it to Taiko in episode 8. So it's the producer of the show that gives it back to Taiko. And Taiko gives it to Yamamoto off screen, who gives it to Yano. And then we have episode 9 with Yano. Now, I can understand maybe why this one didn't get uploaded, because it's Yano, and if he's rapping or something, it might have been some copyright material, maybe. But, so Yano has this whole big thing in the 9th audio drama where he's saying, where on earth is the Narima high school girl? Where'd she actually go? Kakihana also ran away at midnight, as if what we did was meaningless. He's like, can Sekaguchi not move because of Dobu? Uber, I don't know how to use it. I tried several times, but I don't have a credit card. The whole cheap suits when he doesn't have a credit card makes a lot of sense in this. He's like, I'm like a master of curses unleashing his sorcery. Does he watch Jujutsu Kaisen? Has he been watching that show? I mean, a lot of this takes place in Shibuya, so that would make sense. He's like, I have to go shopping. Is that the only option left? If that's the case, I might go home early, get into my pajamas, go to bed, and free myself from thoughts and paralyze my taste buds with diluted secret medicine. Are you going to get high? Is that what it is? Difficulties that happen at the same time. Leave the knockdown Sekaguchi and go home. What a command from the top. That's top down, all right. It's like a one-man management. That's not right. After all we've done, one hit KO, bottoms up, vomiting saliva from below the sight, life discarded like this bottle cap. What is it, the boss who picked him up? Interesting. He said, Sakaguchi, I just remembered. Do you know what this is? Mystery Kiss manager Yamamoto had the same ballpoint pen, a ballpoint pen worth 500 million yen. Towards good fortune by holding on to it. How suspicious, my man. Everything may be collapsing. I'm half dead of hunger in my hideout. I like the alliteration. I'm half dead hunger in my hideout. Honestly, I should give it back to Yamamoto. And by the way, when I said that I keep getting hungrier, Sekaguchi, I see why y'all are into the into the yaoi. All right, hungry are you? So then Yamamoto gets it back. Yamamoto gives it to Nakaido, who gives it to Mitsuya. Mitsuya finds out about the wiretapping. Mitsuya leaves it at Shibuya Station, but Nagashima gets it back. And Nagashima in episode 12 announces the last broadcast. Nagashima has the pin during the Homo sapiens round at the losers bracket. In episode 13, they have Otakawa's recovery party, and Nagashima returns the pin to Taiko. And we have Sakura at the end. With Sakura at the end. Okay. Okay, yeah, the audio drama 13. Oh. It says with Sakura at the end, but there's no Sakura. It's Yuki, isn't it? Yeah, because who gets it at the... Yeah. Because it says Wadagaki, which is Yuki, right? Oh, well, Yuki Mitsuya is played by the girl that ends up playing her was not... Yuki is the name of the girl, Mitsuya, who was, yeah, killed, right? By Wadagaki. Isn't that correct? Yeah, I feel like it is. Okay. Well, we're going to find out because we're going to be looking at the movie next. So what I'm going to be doing with the movie is I am going to play it and record it. And as I get to new scenes, I will edit those together. But those audio dramas are amazing. I was worried the audio dramas would just be like little tidbits. The one that was the third or fourth one that was just in Otakawa's like taxi and he was humming. It was super cute, but there wasn't anything added to the story really with that one. So I was afraid they were all going to be like that. No, I'm sad we didn't get a Dobu or a Tanaka one, but that's probably for the better. In hindsight. So yeah. So give me a second. I'm going to put Whiteboard Kun away and we're going to come back and look at this movie. Of course, the trick is going to be figuring out like which are the new scenes, but I'm sure as I edit it'll all come together. So anyway, so there's going to be a link down below to the extra scenes if you want to click that link down below, and then we'll come back for a little bit and talk about it together. But we're going to start that here in 3, 2, 1. Oh! That's it? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold up. We're gonna turn this sound off. So, I can't believe she was gonna attack him. Yeah, how did he... Because it was right before then. Yeah, she was gonna like ace him. But somebody, it looked like the car went to the side because the door was open. So what happened? And if we go back to the very end, I love them going to the zoo, like having their zoo date. That's super cute. So on the TV screen, because they're like with Tycho at the hospital, and then he's there too. Okay, it said former idol attempts murder. Man who tried to stop her also injured. Arrested on attempted murder and assault charges. And it shows like the detectives there. Huh. So I guess they're just like, that's just, we're assuming in the woods. I'm going to go and see if does the wiki give us anything extra at the end? Yeah. He survived the encounter and Sakura was arrested for her crimes. I'm glad that the one giraffe did not, that the giraffe didn't die. That's good to know that he lived through it. So that was good. Huh. Okay, the date. Interesting. Honestly, as far as I'm glad that they did this recap and released it as a movie and had the ending, because to leave the series off with that cliffhanger of not knowing what was going to happen to Otakawa was driving me crazy. So I'm glad that we didn't have to like worry about that. I'm glad that wasn't a thing. But oh my gosh. Oh, I'm glad we didn't have to, as much as the very ending with it being ambiguous, I was like, oh, it's fine. In the back of my head, it was nagging me the whole time, like, I need to know what's happening. And so I was just, I'm glad that we don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm glad we know now. And I'm glad that Nagashima lived and that Taiko's okay and that she was arrested. Glad that happened. I felt a little bad that Rui wasn't at the very end with all of them, like with Baba and them, but makes sense. She probably, considering she disposed of the body of the actual girl, it makes sense for her not to be there. But man, you know what? I watched that recap. You all have just seen like an edited, even though it ended up probably being like an hour's worth of footage. I didn't like see that much, but I actually liked it. Compared to recap movies that I've seen, the way they handled it like an interrogation, if I had saw it in the movie theaters, I probably would have really liked it because it wasn't like just, this is what happened in the series. It was told from everybody's perspective and it gave a little bit more context to people's mindsets during that. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Glad I watched that. So I feel complete. It feels complete now, but I'm going to have to get the movie and I'm going to have to get the series on physical media because it just was that good. I'm just going to have to get it. So I really enjoyed that, y'all. I'm very thankful that I got to watch it and see this series, and I really, really just loved it. It's one of the better ones that I've watched this year, and I feel happy to be complete with it, and Zootopia could never. And my heart grows for Shirakawa and Otakawa. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to look up fan fiction from them. There's not a lot. If I go to AO3, just because I want to know. I remember I tried to look up Shirakawa and Otakawa, like fan fiction. Y'all, there is not enough. I'm very sad. So there is only 4. There are only 4 fan fictions on AO3 of Shirakawa and Otakawa. 4! Y'all have had 4 years! Why is there only 4 of them? Why? And if I look up Odd Taxi and I go through Odd Taxi, there's only 51 fanfics of Odd Taxi. 50 or 54 Odd Taxi fanfictions. Why? Why? There's so much you could write about. And as far as relationships, the most are Yano and Sakaguchi with 18. Oh! And then Sakaguchi and Yano for 14. Then there's Dobu and Sakaguchi and Yano in a threesome for 5 of them. And then Dobu and Yano in 4. And then weird Japan and its incestuous brother and brother relationships, which I don't ascribe to. Y'all can stay on that ship. I'm not getting aboard. Then there's Tanaka and Amai have 4. There are just as many. Tanaka and Amai have not hardly even met, except through passing. There are just as many Amai, Tanaka, crack ship fix as there are Otakawa and Shirakawa. That is a crime against humanity. Why? Why? Huckleberry is distraught as well. Shame! A pox on ye fanfic writers for dropping the ball. You've had 4 years. That's the only bad part, is I really like this series a lot, and the fact of the matter that I am not getting rewarded. I'm going to look up the fan art now and see these doujinshi that I Swallow Apple Seeds is talking about, because the AO3 community has let me down for the first time in many a time, so... Anyway, that's my rant about Odd Taxi and AO3. Get on it, fanfiction writers. Get on it. But maybe it's one of those series that, sometimes we talk about on the channel, fan fiction's written because there are gaps to fill in and there are voids that the show leaves that you're like, oh, I wish I could have read about this, or I wish I could have seen that. Odd Taxi maybe is one of those series that it's just so complete. There's just not as much of a need for fan fiction for it, but that's a shame. So this whole entire video ended up being a lot longer than I intended, but what a great wrap up to Odd Taxi. I'm so excited to hear your comments down below and what you thought of the series as a whole. What was your favorite part? I definitely want to do a live stream towards the end of the year where we talk about Odd Taxi, because it was just so good and I enjoyed it so much. And this was a lovely cherry on top of the cake. So sometime in November or December, it may be December, it may be November. It depends on when I get off and what time I have. December, I have a lot more time off because we get a little break from school. So a Christmassy stream may be what we get, or an end of the year live stream. An end of the year live stream is looking more likely. I know I said I'd probably do it in November, but an end of the year live stream seems more apt. So we'll see what we get with that. But anyway, in any case, I'm so excited to hear your comments down below. We will talk about Odd Taxi at least by the end of this year, so stay tuned for that. I'll put it out on Patreon. I'll put it on the Discord. I'll put it in an update video. I'll put it on the post on YouTube. But anyway, I love this series so much. I'm off to go buy the DVD Blu-ray now, so wish me luck. And I hope you all enjoy the series that's going to be coming soon. We're going to take a break off. We're going to take a week off next week. There'll be an extra on the channel. And then the following week, we'll start a new series. And it's one I'm very excited to start watching. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. And yeah, I'll be back real soon with some more reactions. Bye.